What is up, guys? It is Pup, your coach of the Las Vegas Roseraiders, and today we have week 5 of the Pokemon Sports League. This is the last regular season week of season 1. Remember, these are like short seasons, so we can get through a bunch of them since we have like contracts and all that shenanigans. So I'm pretty much clinched for the playoffs, 3-1 plus decent amount differential, and my division is like pretty weak, like statistic wise. I guess technically, like if we lose really bad, we could probably be out if people win big, but it's not going to happen. We would have to get 6-0'd and people would have to 6-0, which I definitely don't see happening. But also our opponent, we are facing against Ryin and the Tampa Bay Sawsbucks. They are 3-0. This is before they play their week 4 match. But they're 3-0. They're in a really good spot to make the playoffs as well. So I'm not 100% sure how serious I'm taking this. I mean, I feel like I could bring all these sets, but I built this in like 10 minutes. Not doing mocks. I'm not doing too much because it doesn't matter too much for me. And if I play them in the playoffs, I really don't want them to know like all the stuff that I would bring. But I'll give a short rundown. First of all, we got to go over what Pokemon are on both of our teams. Since I have so many leagues, I might as well just go over my team. I got the Terapagos. Yes, it's Terapagos, Terapagos, blah, 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 whatever. I don't care. I still like calling it Terapagos because Terra, you know. But whatever. Then we have Raging Bolt. We have Victini, Enamorous Therian, Regidrago. We have the Runerigus. We have Fortress. We have Tauros, Aqua, we have Minior, Leavanny, and Barraskewda. And then our opponent, they have Great Tusk, Mandibuzz, Azelf, Cyclizar, Rotom Heat, Fezandipity, Serena, Lantern, Xurkitree, Registeel, and Lilligant. So looking at their team, I actually have a really hard time, not big time. I have a hard time dealing with Fezandipity. It's actually really good into my team. It gets fire coverage to hit Ferrothorn, just like poison moves and fairy moves. Poisoning my team is really annoying. And I don't have an actual poison type on my team that can take it on easier. So I'm going to have to figure out a way about that. They have really good hazard removal with 2 awesome spinners in Great Tusk and Cyclizar. So like hazard stacking versus them isn't really going to be the best. They also have Serena. They can probably defog with Mandibuzz and Rotom. Like, there's just no point setting up hazards versus them. And something else that I'm kind of worried about, not sure if they're gonna bring, if they bring Lantern, is it gonna be Water Absorb or Volt Absorb? Because Volt Absorb might be really good into their team since I have Raging Bolt, and Raging Bolt looks really strong outside of into the Great Tusk. I can just like click a lot of electric moves, and I mean, they have a couple of resistances, but they don't want to take hits off of that strong special attack stat. But on the other hand, I have Barraskewda and I have my Tauros Aqua that are both water types. So if they run Water Absorb, then that could be pretty good. So I'm taking a risk. I'm bringing both the water types, and I'm hoping that they go Volt Absorb. No Raging Bolt today. But I mean, we might as well just get right into it. I'm gonna start off with Minior. Minior is right now, he's like 1 differential point behind MVP. And I would love to get some more kills with this thing, try to get it up there. I think we're sitting at 11 kills so far, and maybe 1, maybe 2 deaths. I'm not 100% sure. But I mean, with this set, we should be able to get a couple more kills if we hit our Stone Edges. We've got Shell Smash with Acrobatics, Earthquake, and Stone Edge on White Herb. And we're rocking Terra Ground this week. That's so you can hit the Registeel harder, because that thing can come in and kind of wall me. It's also really good because they have like 3 other ground weaknesses. So like into the Fezandipity, which is annoying, and Lantern, which is annoying, and Xurkitree, which can like sweep me. I felt like this was pretty necessary. I'm rocking 124 base speed and 128 HP. On the off chance that, no, it doesn't even matter. I'm pretty sure at +2, I'm gonna outspeed a +1 Cyclizar. So if they like Rapid Spin, then I will outspeed them. Also like a Scarfed Azelf. And next up we have our Victini. with an expert belt, rocking a special set with a blue flare, grass knot, dazzling gleam, and U-turn. Grass knot is amazing into the great tusk, also hits a lantern really hard. Blue flare is a really good stab. Dazzling gleam is there for the mandibuzz mostly, but it also hits cyclozar. And then U-turn is just really good to pivot out. We can bluff scarf, we can bluff like specs. With expert belt damage, there are probably some overlapping roles, so it's gonna be hard for our opponent to see what we are up to. I didn't think I needed to bring heavy duty boots. We have our spinner on our team, and I'm not really sure how much tempo they're gonna want to waste setting up hazards, even though they could look really good to me. I have a very, very offensive team, so I could just sweep them before that even happens. Next up, we got Terapagos. Okay, I hate how it doesn't show the icon here. So we're rocking Power Herb with Meteor Beam, Rock Polish, Terra Starstorm, and Earth Power. And kind of convoluted EV spread. It's not really. I just put stats to make, I got funny 210 and 210. I just had to make good stats. The speed is the same as Minior. And we just have max special attack. After a Rock Polish and a Meteor Beam, we can one-shot a lot of their things after like a spike. We do a crazy amount of damage, so we either chip things, that's why his name is Chip for Minior. So either chip things really hard so that Minior can just click aggro, or we just like sweep ourselves, depending on how damaged each of their Pokemon are and what kind of sets they are running. So I thought this looked really good in this matchup. I really wanted to bring it earlier in the year, but I never got a chance to, so now I'm bringing it in this game where it doesn't matter as much. Then in our number 4 slot, we got the Tauros, rocking the Choice Scarf set with Intimidate, Wave Crash, Close Combat, Wild Charge, Earthquake. Also Terra Ground on this thing. I mean, I'm only going to be able to Terra one thing. So you'll notice Minior, Tauros, and my Barraskewda are all Terra Ground. It's because Ground just looks really good to them to try to break their Registeel, the Lantern, and the Pheasantipity. But this set, make sure that we outrun a Choice Scarf Pheasantipity in case they want to run something like that, or a +1 Great Tusk after like a Rapid Spin. So that's why I'm running max speed with the Scarf. And then we just do a lot of damage to everything. Nothing really wants to take a Wave Crash unless it's the Lantern with the Water Absorb, which I really, really hope that does not come. But if it does, we can hit it really hard with a Wild Charge. We can also hit Mandibuzz with that. Close Combat looks great into their team as well. And then Earthquake for the things that we already mentioned. In the 5th slot, we got the Fortress. We got leftovers with Spike, Volt Switch, Toxic, and Gyro Ball, and Terra Poison on this thing. So if we are in a really bad spot against Pheasantipity, I can Terra Poison this thing to dodge the Heat Wave, and then I can click Gyro Ball, which can do a lot of damage. I can Toxic like the Great Tusk. I can Toxic Mandibuzz, which is really important. I can Toxic Azelf. I can Toxic Lantern. I can really just hinder a lot of the Pokemon on their team. Volt Switch is really good to be able to pivot out. And then Spikes, if I'm able to get them up and keep them up, then it's really good chip on everything on their team. They don't want to waste too many turns going for Rapid Spin, especially because I am EV'd on my sweepers to be able to outspeed a +1 speed Great Tusk and Cyclozar respectively. And then last, we got Barraskewda, rocking a Choice Band set, Flip Turn, Liquidation, Drill Run, and Close Combat on Terra Ground. We're running enough speed to outspeed the max speed Cyclozar. I really wanted to go with an Adamant set, but I couldn't get up to the speed I needed. It's like 5 points short, which is really frustrating, but we should still be doing a lot of damage. Clicking Choice Band of Liquidation into their team, if they're not Water Absorb Lantern, is going to be really, really clutch. I haven't brought this thing at all, so I thought that I should. And honestly, like, looking at their team, if they bring Water Absorb Lantern, I'm going to be so mad, but it's such a good bring. I feel like my water types look good into their team, but the Raging Bolt looks even better. And they might want to run Assault Vest Lilligant to deal with that, or Assault Vest on the Pheasantipity and deal with that thing. So if they bring like both answers, then I mean, good prep by them. That's not really a huge deal. We can hit the Lantern with our drill runs. We can hit it with Close Combat anyways. But I'm just really banking on the fact that they either don't bring Lantern or they don't bring Water Absorb. And you know what? If they do, it's fine. But that's about it for our team builder, and I'll go right over to the battle now. Okay, we are connected with Ryin here, and we see they brought Lantern, Xurkitree, they brought the Serena, Azelf, Mandibuzz, and Rotom Heat. Definitely an interesting team. I'm really hoping that this Lantern is not Water Absorb, but we'll definitely see. What should I lead with here, though? They could just lead with, like, Azelf and get up rocks. And they will outspeed, like, my Victini. They'll outspeed almost everything on my team. I could just lead with a Fortress, but if they lead Rotom Heat, then that's really bad. I feel like Tauros is a pretty good lead here. How much does my Tauros do to Azelf? A lot of damage with Wave Crash. It's not going to kill, but it's a lot. And if they're not Scarfed Azelf, actually, I can just lead with Barraskewda. I got it. I think I actually just lead with Barraskewda. If they're like a Scarfed Azelf against my Barraskewda, they will definitely kill me, though. Oh well. They lead with Xurkitree. So that's interesting. They're rocking a Choice Scarf. Are they going to outspeed me? Yeah, they probably will. I could just Terra Ground right here and click Drill Run. Just in case. I don't really have a good switch in. I guess I could go Hard Fortress. Do I just want to Terra Ground this guy? I think I do. And just go for a Drill Run. They go Mandibuzz. So good play by them on the first turn. I'm just going to go into my my Fortress. Yeah, I mean, damn, if they had stayed in, that would have been really nice. Terra Ground isn't even the best in this game, but at least it makes sure that Xurkitree can't kill me. They just U-turn out, that's fine. They probably go Rotom. I'm going to get my leftovers back to Sturdy, so I can at least take an Overheat. We go Azelf, actually. And I think Toxic is not a bad play. Also, Gyro Ball just does a lot. Or I could Volt Switch out and hit them with a really, really hard Liquidation. Or just Wave Crash. What is the play here? I'm going to Volt. They just Mystical Power. Okay. They get the special attack raise. So if they're Azelf versus... If they're Scarfed on the Azelf, then they'll definitely kill my Barraskewda. What does Minior do? I mean, they have no Registeel. Minior dies. Oh, they're not Life Orb like this set is showing. I probably still die. Yeah. I mean, I can go Terapagos. And I can probably just Rock Polish. Or I could just straight up Meteor Beam and try to cook them. Might as well do that. Will I die to 2? I do think I probably will. I'm going to straight up go for the Meteor Beam. I feel like their switch-in is going to be the Mandibuzz. And this could just destroy the Mandibuzz. And it's also going to do a really good chunk here to Azelf. You know, I could just tear Starstorm. They might just be afraid of it. I'm going to Rock Polish. They U-turn. Okay. And they go Rotom. I can just throw off this Meteor Beam. It should kill. I mean, depends on their set. I'll outspeed them if they're Scarf. I would say I'm in a pretty good spot right here. Get the Meteor Beam with the Power Herb. Let's see. They do live, so they're defensive-ish. and they just willow. That's fine by me. Honestly, I kind of want to meteor beam again. If I'm at +2, I probably just sweep their entire team. Maybe not the lantern, depending on its set, though. I'm gonna go for it again. They're just gonna volt switch out, so something is gonna take a meteor beam next turn. A +2 meteor beam. And I mean, as long as I just get some stuff broken down, like this Rotom is completely broken. If I can break the lantern, then all my water types are gonna do well. If I can break the Serena, I'm in a good spot. Yeah, I mean, I feel pretty good about this. They just have to pick something to take this meteor beam. They go Xurkitree. Crazy. And it just straight up dies. Okay. And now I'm at +2. I mean, what is really going to take a hit? They go Lantern. And I think that Terra Starstorm is just better. But I don't die in one hit. Yep. Oh, they just die. Holy. That destroyed them. I'm just going to Terra Starstorm here as well. And they just die to that crazy damage on this. I Terra Starstorm the Azelf. It dies. I think we just 6-0 with Terapagos, which is absolutely insane. This Rock Polish set did very well. They say GG. I'm sorry to take them out of the playoffs like that. Yep, no Assault Vest. And I just get a 6-0 with Terapagos. That is absolutely insane. Yeah, sorry, man. That's crazy. I mean, I wanted Minior to get the kills to be MVP. Because right now I'm tied with Diancie, but Diancie didn't actually play this week. But it looks like Minior's not going to get the MVP. But I mean, I don't know. That's the third time that I've got like the third Pokemon that got a huge sweep. Yeah, Registeel would have been good. I had Earth Powered. Yeah, I mean, that's just a crazy way to end it. I am definitely in contention for like one of the top 4 seeds, which should give me a bye. Actually, I am probably locked for a top 4 speed at top 4 seed after getting the 6-0, which is insane. So I might not have a game next week. We'll see. I might just go over all of the other playoff games because I feel like that would be really fun. If you guys would like to see that, then let me know. And of course, please like and subscribe, especially if you like me sweeping. If you like the Terapagos sweep, then you better like and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in next week's video. Peace.